Hey everybody, welcome back to Tap That. This is a little segment of the show we like to call the Pursuit of Hoppiness. Today we'll be looking at Schlafly Pumpkin Ale. And are you ready?
I am. Let's see what's on tap.
Alcohol. I gotta have a little talk with you. I wanna treat you just like you treated me.
Alright guys, so like Storm said, we're going to be doing Schlafly. We're changing it up a little bit because we did make this scale and we're still going to rate these beers with a number.
But it's the fall edition.
But it's fall edition. This one we're going to have to agree more because I want to pick the best pumpkin beer out of the ones we got. And I think we might do a part 2, like bring this thing.
Yeah, we'll see if people really like this.
There's a lot of pumpkin beer. That's why we were having a hard time picking the pumpkin beers. I took that coaster as a thing.
I was wondering, I was like, is he just stalling? Like,
no, I'm not. I'm sorry. But anyways, so we are going to have to agree on these. We're going to rank them now. We're not going to use Marissa's ranking here because mine would be a little different personally.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to come to agreements on the ranking, but the rating's on you. Whatever you want to rate it is fine, but we're going to pick on here.
But we're going to get a mutual agreement between these 5 ratings we have here.
Let's find the best beer, pumpkin beer for the fall, man. Love the fall. Let's tap that and get into the most underwhelming one, to be honest, on the first taste. I thought this one tasted the least like pumpkin, the least like beer, just the least of everything, personally.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that because for me, my first sip, this is the one that was most resembled a piece of pie to me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't taste it. I just taste...
The smell is certainly there for spices, and I smell pumpkin pie.
Again, I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we kept the Ready Whip also because we really like that.
Yeah.
I think this adds to it.
Seriously, it does.
I think anybody who drinks pumpkin beer should get a can of Ready Whip for it.
Or at least try it.
At least try it.
You'll never go back.
It really adds it. Again, I mean, do you still feel like that getting into this? Like that it tastes like a pumpkin pie?
For the first sip there, yeah, I think after smelling it, the pie is still there for me. I enjoy it.
I don't, to be honest. I mean, I don't hate it, and I'm just ranking this on the other pumpkin beers we have tried today. Yeah. This one's the least interesting to me. It's the least, I don't know, it's just not super fun for me.
I don't know. It's interesting you say that, and not to move on too quickly, but on the label we had discussed.
I like the
briefly,
label.
It's a cool label. It's like a felty almost material. But
it kind of reminds me that if it was like a small town brewery or something,
yeah.
Like where they don't all labels are shiny, but this one's just like off of printer paper and they slapped it on there.
And obviously we're over here in Pennsylvania, and this says St.
Louis
Brewery. So I wouldn't say it's small town,
St. Louis is a huge city.
Right. So it's
they got the aesthetic very well.
Paper, yeah.
Yeah, they got the aesthetic real well. I like it.
Yeah, it definitely caught my eye. It reminds me of a classic beer, except this one happens to be a pumpkin ale.
This is actually the one when we were in the store that I was really adamant on getting because it was a brand I've never heard of. I've never heard of Schlafly. Maybe I'll have to try some other stuff. But it's fine for me. I'm going to read some of the words on the label. We got Schlafly Pumpkin Ale blends the spices of the harvest with full-bodied sweetness for a beer that tastes. I don't have any... Oh, there's more. It moves on, but it's like split weird. But anyways, for a beer that tastes like pumpkin pie. A special release, Pumpkin Ale is available for a limited time with a new style every few months. Oh, so maybe there's like a new...
Like a recipe, I would think, right? They change it up a little bit.
Maybe that's a little sweeter sometimes, a little more whipped creamy sometimes,
Or maybe they change it per season, so this won't be a gourd pie anymore, pumpkin pie. This will be a...
Like summer, they put hot dog juice in it or something?
Yeah, and in winter they use tinsel and
like
mistletoe.
Pine flavor, things like that. Yeah.
They actually have a pine-flavored beer.
Oh, Mad Elf, I think, tastes like pine.
Oh,
I think it tastes like pine salt.
And we bring up Mad Elf a lot, actually.
I think because we're
coming up to these seasons.
We're coming.
Yeah, we're coming up to this the seasons of greetings, you know?
Right.
But for us, it's going to be the seasons of beer, so stay tuned.
I mean, again, for the fall, though, I don't personally, and pumpkin's the only one I don't do it with. I don't personally go out and see a pumpkin beer, and I'm like, ooh, I got to try that because it's special this time of year, you know? I don't do that. Now, with Christmas and stuff, I do drink more Christmassy beers because I don't mind that kind of flavor more. Where pumpkin to me just isn't the best. Now, if it's like a harvest shanty or something, I'll do that. Like, I'm cool with that because usually it's not so pumpkin forward. Where these are definitely all pumpkin forward. And again, neither of us are huge fans of pumpkins.
No,
like, it's a fine flavor. It just
honestly, it's kind of like salad with the dressing. Pumpkin's just a vessel to get the whipped cream into my face. So seriously,
yeah, I see that.
I'm gonna agree with you. I don't drink a lot of holiday beers, whereas you drink them near Christmas and stuff. I don't drink them, especially pumpkin. If I see pumpkin, I usually stray away from it.
Me too. And even food and stuff. Even pumpkin spice things, pumpkin spice cookies.
The only thing that I may go beeline towards is a roll. A pumpkin roll.
Yeah, with the cream in it.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah,
back with the cream. Always
we're too alike.
Yeah,
that is exactly what I'll go for. We were just when we were buying these, I just pointed one out. I was like, oh, we should get that.
Yeah, I did see that. So a little more on this label, like we said, read the top here for you. We did change something today, and we're a little excited about that, especially when it comes to this beer, if you're looking at that.
I do, but I want to stick to the label real quick.
Okay, yeah.
We didn't talk about the picture. Are we real excited about this? Because
we must have not been because we didn't discuss it.
And I think maybe that's a little bit of the charm, like the small town charm, that it's so simple of a label here, but...
For me, I wouldn't even say the picture. I'd just say the colors kind of drew my eye.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine for what it's marketing. It's a special release. There's a pumpkin on it. It's going to catch my eye. I'm going to read it. And
if I liked pumpkin beer, if I liked pumpkin beer, I would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But going to what you were excited for?
Yeah. Please, tell them about the change, Alex, because you actually decided this, and I think it's a great decision.
We've been getting a little feedback with some followers, and we always appreciate the feedback. Thank you, everybody who's watching.
Yeah. Thank you to the Reddit community, especially.
Oh yeah, the Reddit community has been great with us. But anyways, we've been getting some feedback that people were upset that we were chugging beers. Now we have stated a few times that we knew every beer wasn't to chug, but we really know that, and people aren't happy with that. So, and that's fine. I get it because some beers are not. So we're gonna switch C on the TLC method to content. We're gonna talk about the ABV in this because that's important to us. We're going to talk about what type of beer it is, like what would you like in it, you know, things like that. But this is surprising for how good this is.
Yeah, and it just in my mind I was like, oh man, we gotta talk about the change for everybody. And then I looked down and I was like, holy crap!
What is this?
This is an 8% ABV, guys.
That's pretty That makes me like this more.
Really, it went up on my scale. And I had brought this up to some people about changing it to content because, of course, we want to get feedback not only through the internet but also physical feedback, you know. And for them, it was like, you know, well, content, the ABV type of beer, will that change your rating? And I just want to reiterate that everything goes into the rating, the taste, label, content, how we feel about the beer. But
they're listed in importance.
Yeah, they're listed in importance. But of course,
T is most important.
When you have a not so great label and your taste is okay, but then you hit me with an 8%, that might change my
I'll
score.
be okay with an 8% if it's just okay. And we've talked about that before too, where that means something, man. We've been drinking 4.5, 4.3s. Like, I don't know if any of those 4.6 beers that we've tried in the past have been good enough where I was like, oh, I would rather drink 2 of them than one of these. Like, I'll drink one of these and be perfectly okay.
And it obviously depends on the occasion, as always. Like, you don't want to go to maybe one of your grandparents' birthdays party. It's okay to have beer there, but you're going to level yourself. So you're not going to bring a 6-pack of this, right? You're going to bring a
6-pack. That would get you going.
Right. You're going to bring a smaller 4.5 like you were saying.
Yeah.
So it's definitely per occasion.
Now, when I think of pumpkin beer, though, I personally think of sitting... I don't know. I would never, and I have never done this, but like this beer reminds me of like walking through a pumpkin patch and I guess it's a good thing, like good for it.
Yeah, that's a fine visual. In fact, I was going to say, while you're walking, I'm going to be on a hayride because that's where I see myself.
Perfect. That's even better.
I have an 8% beer in my hand and I have the straw smell coming through. So
yep.
That's where I am.
I like that. Taking a nice hayride, just like when
we'll pick you up.
A nice crisp, a nice crisp October day, you know, like I like that.
Keep my beer cold.
That's where I could see me drinking that also. And we're both from farmy. I mean, I know you grew up in a city, but there's farms near
this
you.
This area,
yeah, it's just farmy. And then no problem with that, and I don't mind this at all.
Right. So
this grew on me, and this grew on me just for the visual and the content. Like, I mean, I still don't love it, but again, I'm not the market. We're not the market. We're not pumpkin people, but
no, and we stated that. And a big thing for me is anything really with spice in it is, I don't know. I like curry. I like things like that. But when it comes to my beer, kind of leave the spice out, you know. But
this isn't too much. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. I think the clove they could have did without. I think the clove's a little powering now that I'm knowing there's clove in it.
Right, we should have read that off earlier.
Cinnamon and nutmeg, I think, are pretty good.
Those are all holiday type.
Sure, and I get the clove.
Yeah.
You know what I do love about this, and probably all of their bottles say it? I love this bottled with love on, and then it says the date it was bottled on.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. We actually had another beer. Go check out those reviews.
Yeah, I think it was...
Was it the one from California? Or
yeah, was it Harpoon?
Harpoon that had the love at the top of the bottle?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Go check out all the reviews.
Yeah.
Dig it back up. Leave a comment. Maybe some of you guys that keep viewing the channel know exactly what we're talking about. But one of the bottles had hearts at the top. And it's pretty cool. Bottle with love.
Bottle with love. I like it. Where are we putting it?
We do have to come up with a mutual decision.
Well, I think it's the first one, and I think it can go to It's the Great Pumpkin smack dab in the middle for now.
Okay. We'll move around.
We'll move around a bit. Smack dab in the middle. So Fly, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, you'll have to stay tuned to check out the other one. We have 4 more coming your way. Of course, we did the basic line. Go check out that episode. That was a cold case file.
Yeah, if you're somebody who doesn't like beer, definitely check out that so you can see what somebody... Because again, my girl is with beer, and she ranked them. So check that out.
And we're going to continue on our way, reviewing them in this way.
We're going to find the Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for... What do you want to do next?
Ooh, that's a good question. So let's do the Southern Tier.
Southern Tier? All right, the Pumpkin. We're going to do the Pumpkin and see if it's the Pumpkin. And we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Please.
Don't forget to tap that subscribe button.
Alcohol. I gotta have a little talk with you.